cows, grass, and water. See? Anybody see it now?
Amen.
So even when Jacob came out from Laban, that's where he stopped. Remember, Abraham went there too. And why did Abraham go there? For the same reason. Had a lot of what?
Water.
Cattle. Remember, Abraham was rich, but his riches was in cattle and sheep. Y'all remember that? So he stopped in that area because he was a herdsman. Jacob went to the same what? Because he was a what?
Herdsman.
Remember that? And the reason for that is that each one of them had all of them herd of animals. So Jacob, when he came out from Laban, what did he got? All the stuff that he earned down there. Remember that how God blessed him? And they were back and forth, the stripes and the spotted and the straight. Remember that? Then he took off with all this what? Stuff and left. But you got to remember, when he took off like that, there wasn't nothing but him, his sons, his servants, his wives, and his children. And he stopped right there. And when he got that close, sis told you what happened. Remember that? Esau came with 400 what?
Ran up on Esau.
400 men. What's happened? Well, if you look at that, says, what you just read, it tells you Esau didn't have to come to what? Far, because Jacob was at Petra. Right out from Petra. So he hadn't crossed Jordan. So when Esau came after him, he was coming from the land of Edom. Also known as the land of the Hittites. What made that place important? Sis told you. See, unlike us, Abraham and them, when they stopped somewhere, if they were blessed there, he built an altar there to pray. And he left his altar. So if they ever came that way again, they would stop and what?
Pray.
See, and it says it's a holy site. It's a holy site. And until this day, what do we go to Israel for?
Look at the holy site.
So what do we do?
Same thing.
Go to every one of those holy what?
Place.
And stop there. And every time we get to a holy place that is a holy site, you know what we do?
Pray.
Pray. Anybody see it now? So we're doing the same thing almost 2,000 years since Christ. And right now people go every year and they go to a different spot. And when we get there, they say, well, this is, and they name the place. And they say, well, this is where Jacob stopped. This is where Abraham prayed. This is where Jacob was. This is where Miriam is buried, in this area. And we think about all of that. You know what we do? It become an overpowering what? Moment. Because right then and there, when they mention Miriam, you think Moses and the children of Israel coming out of what? Egypt. And it's a humbling what? Experience, because you are now experiencing the Bible alive.
Amen.
And while you there, Prop said, well, son, y'all see that mountain right there? That's Mount Nebo. And right over there, that's Petra. Anybody got it now?
Amen.
And what are you saying in your mind? Those are the things I read in the Bible. They really are real. I'm really in the place where the Bible talking about. I'm really standing where the children of Israel stood. Man, I wonder if this spot I'm standing on, did Moses actually put his foot down in this exact spot? That's an overpowering experience.
Amen.
Come on.
For when they went up unto the valley of Eshcol and saw the land, they discouraged the heart of the children of Israel that they should not go into the land which the Lord had given them.
What did he mean when he said that? What did he say Reuben and Gad them did?
Discouraged.
When they went up to what?
To the valley.
Valley
to
of
the land.
Eshcol. He's talking about the fathers, not when they first went in to spy the land.
Right. That they did what?
But they came back with an evil report.
And discouraged them and said, no, we can't. Remember, only Caleb
And Josh.
and Joshua said, we beware of what? Abel. And you got to remember, Moses did it this way. He took one from each what? Tribe. So it was the heads of the tribes that went to look at the what?
Land.
So each head will come back and speak to his what? People. 10 of them came back and told them, we can't do it.
They mentioned this valley because that's where they found the large cluster of grapes and pomegranate
Right.
and all that. And,
Which is like, now what is that? That then would be what? Farm what? Land. See, not only land for the cattle to graze, but now, sis said what? Escharge is the place where all this fruit is. See? So the land is not only good for cattle, but it's good for humans. So the cows going to have plenty to eat, and the people going to have plenty to what?
Eat.
But when you look at that, and they came back, and they came back, they did say where the land is good, just like the Lord said, but we can't go in there because
but see, discourage the people.
Yeah.
Remember, see, you all don't understand. You sing about it. You said, you act like when you hear this in the Bible, like it's new. America, America, God shed his grace on thee and crowned thy good with brotherhood. And you go, and fruited plain. Y'all remember that? He's talking about the fruited what? Plain. What they saying? Stuff grow here. What are you known for even to this day? Who is the bread basket of the world?
United States of America.
United States. United States. We grow the most food, and we also waste the most what? Food. The one thing we don't have here, in essence, is hunger. People may be hungry, not because they don't have it. You say, well, yeah, probably there are people that go to bed hungry in America every night. That's because they sold their food stamp.
Amen.
That's because they won't work. If you starving in America, it ain't because guess what? And a person in America who don't know, if you hungry, go down there to human resource and apply for what?
Food stamp.
And if you found worthy, you will get what? They gonna feed you.
Amen.
You don't have to go garbage dumping here. I just want y'all to see it. Come on.
And the Lord's anger was kindled the same time, and he sware, saying, surely none of the men that came up out of Egypt from 20 years old and upward shall see the land which I swear unto Abraham, unto Isaac, and unto Jacob, because they have not wholly followed me.
Y'all hear that now? He says, what's the problem? The fathers then, y'all see that? Remember we said, we're not talking about Abraham, Isaac, and who? Jacob. The fathers are the sons of the sons. Now they're called princes. And now Moses is going back over the story with them 40 years what?
Later.
Why?
Because they're at the point they finna do the exact same thing that they
And
did.
all the ones that got there before are now dead or about to what? Die. Anybody see it? including Moses. That was the little tidbit in the last chapter, including Moses. This chapter of Moses' leadership is coming to a close now. Moses' ministry is about to end. He has been their prophet now for exactly 40 years. Moses lived 3 different generations. He left Egypt at 40 years old. He was gone 40 what? Years. He returned back to Egypt to get Israel at 80 years what? Old. He's now at this point 120 years old, and he's finna die. Not only is Moses finna die, Miriam is already what? Aaron is already what? Dead. And the Bible said, and all them that was 20 years old and upward is what? So some of them, most of them that were 20 years old died either, by then, you can say that they either live to get 60, but not beyond their 60th what? Birthday. This is a whole new group. So why is he retelling the story? I want y'all to see this. He's not telling the story to the same people. Anybody see it now? He's telling the story to the children of the people, men that were with him when he got there the first one. And he's trying to remind them why they didn't go up before. So he's not talking about Reuben and Gad at this point. Why? Because it wasn't just Reuben and Gad before. It was 10 tribes. But the problem is right now, he brings it up because Reuben and Gad gets there again and say what? We ain't going over. We just stay right what? Now they got to make Moses know that they're not abandoning God's plan as before. Come on.
Because they have not wholly followed me, save Caleb the son of Jephunneh, the Kenizzite, and Joshua the son of Nun. For they have wholly followed the Lord.
Hear that? He brings up 2 names, Joshua and who? Caleb. Come on.
And the Lord's...
Come on, go ahead, sis.
I was going to say, though it's a different scenario and different people, you still got the 2 and the 10.
Right.
Mm-hmm. You had 2 back at Kadesh Burnham, which was Joshua and Caleb, that said, oh, we can do it. God said we can do it.
Right.
And it was the 10 that said we ain't.
Right. And this time it's the 2 who says they're not what?
Going.
We
got 10 that said, yeah,
we're going over this time. I'm going to tell y'all something else. Now, since brought it up, I wasn't going to say nothing. I'm going to say it and quickly forget it. You're going to notice also, when they break into 2 groups, and y'all got to understand that, they will be known as Israel, and they will be known as the Jews. And once again, it will be 10 and 2. If y'all understand that. And that's the problem right now. The last time they split 10 and 2. And then when they split, you had 2 different kings, Jeroboam and Rehoboam. And that's why you hear of Ahab being king of what? Israel. See? And you get 2 headquarters. You get 2 headquarters. One of them is in Syria. And the place where the main church is Damascus. The other one is at Jerusalem. That's another day. We'll get there. Y'all look at